Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week, we meet Line Kjaersfeldt, Denmark's top women's singles player who is aspiring to follow in the footsteps of her predecessor, Tine Baun. And we're in Chennai, India, to learn more about an academy hoping to produce a badminton star from the Tamil Nadu region. A three-time All-England champion and a former world number one, Tine Baun is perhaps the last of the Danish greats in women's singles. Since she hung up her racket in 2013, there hasn't really been another female Dane challenging at the elite level. But that's not any indication of the lack of talent in Denmark. The Scandinavians are patiently nurturing the next generation of shuttlers, and among their young crop is Line Kjaersfeldt. The 22-year-old is slowly but surely making her way up the ranks in the solo event and has been tipped to follow in Baun's footsteps in the future.
I was still young, and I was also a bit sad that she retired because we could have used her in the training here in Denmark. So we had someone that was better than us and could train us. So yeah, I didn't really think about it that much, that it was now that it was my time. I knew that I had some years before I could begin to get to her level. I looked up to her. I think she was a really, really good player, and I think I also have some of the same strengths that she has. She was a really good player. She had some really good strengths in her game.
In a discipline that has grown into one of the most competitive and demanding formats, the Danish shuttler has done well, making steady progress the last 2 years to reach a career high of number 21 in the world at the close of last season.
It's a very strong field, and there are many really, really good players, and it's always changing who is winning the tournaments, and yeah, there's always some new upcoming young girls who also are very, very good.
Still developing her game and fine-tuning her style, the feisty youngster has been known to be a risk-taker, making daring shots in her play. I'm very aggressive. I like to have the control in the game and to attack. I'm still taking some chances, and I think that's what I'm gonna do if I want to go to the top of the world. But I'm working on that it's not as much as it has been. So I'm trying to also just playing around, and also could be like more defense also. 2 years ago, Lena showed promise of filling the gap left by the retired Baun when she etched her name in the history books. The then 21-year-old powered her way to gold at the 2015 European Games to clinch the first major title of her career.
It was really nice. I was very happy about it. It was the first European Games, so it's nice to have written some history, and yeah, it's a really nice title to have anew.
Spurred on by her gold medal performance, Lena kept the upward trajectory going, winning her first Grand Prix title at the Scottish Open and grabbing top honours at the Copenhagen Masters and the Irish Open. At the elite level, the Danish shuttler reached her first World Superseries quarterfinal last year when she advanced to the last 8 at the China Open. Her progress has been encouraging, and Lena now hopes to push on at higher level competitions.
It's more tough, but I'm hoping that the next few years I maybe can win a Grand Prix Gold and maybe make it to some more quarterfinals and maybe semifinals in the Super Series. Of course, I want to win a title at the Super Series tour, but I think it's not this year, maybe next year, but I'm hoping that one day it will be me. This year I want to reach the final in the European Championships, and then I'm hoping to get to some more quarterfinals in the Super Series, and then we will see how it goes.
2016 also saw Lena make her debut at the Olympics. Rio was a valuable learning experience for the young Dane,
who wants to make a mark at the next Summer Games in Tokyo.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. Yeah, my first Olympics, I've just been hoping to go there since I was a little girl. I had a tough draw, Carolina Marin in the group, but it was a great experience, and yeah, I'm hoping that I can go in 2020.
Lena Kjaersfeldt is young and talented. If the upcoming Dane can fulfill her potential, we'll be looking at another tough challenger in women's singles.
I just need to work as hard as I do now here in Denmark in the training. I'm training good, and I know that if I just keep going on with the right things, someday I will just go further and further up. I really hope so, and I'm trying to reach it.
Singapore. Why? Because very nice places to be here, and just enjoying the nice view here, and I think from my dad, I got from my dad when I was young. As hard as I work, I'm hard to be beaten, and I think no need to explain. And normally, before I got caught, I make sure that I play with someone box, warm up, and this is giving me a comfortable feeling. I will choose Lee Chun-wei from Malaysia because he's playing very fast, and I will be happy to play with him. Making the history for the Israeli badminton and becoming the first athlete to qualify to the Olympics and the first athlete to win a match at the Olympics. So I hope more to come, but at least right now is kind of this.
Time to test your badminton knowledge. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the first country to achieve a clean sweep at the BWF World Championships. Have a think and we'll give you the answer after the break. When we return, we put Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi to the test as they take on our Badminton Unlimited challenge. With digital innovations, shuttle time is now more fun, engaging and accessible than ever. So get connected to BWF's Badminton Schools program. Find out more about BWF's grassroots initiatives on these platforms. Download the app, visit the website, and get active on Facebook. Your gateway to shuttle time has never been so easy. Before the break, we asked you to name the first country to achieve a clean sweep at the BWF World Championships. The answer is China. In the 1987 World Championships, Chinese players topped the podium in all 5 categories, becoming the first country to make a clean sweep at the tournament. They repeated the feat 2 more times in 2010 and 2011. Chinese singles ace Lin Dan equaled Korea's Park Ju-bong's record of 5 gold medals in 2013. Zhao Yunlei also matched that feat in 2015 after clinching her 5th doubles crown. Japan's Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi have gone through thick and thin on the court for close to a decade. The pair know each other's game very well, but how well do they know each other off it? Let's find out as we put them to the test in our Badminton Unlimited challenge.
わかんない。ちょっと待って。赤かオレンジ。あー、違かった。赤かピンクか迷った。
寿司、ラーメン、とんかつ。はい。
お寿司。
おお。
しゃ。バースデ
ー。エイプリル19。わかんない。勝ってたんですけどね。
待って。
勝ってないですよ。
私もそれこっちも書いていいのか書かない。
勝ってない。勝ってた。
ちょっと待ってください。
でもその名前はわかんない。
めっちゃ優しいよ。優しいって感じ。かっこ昔の犬。あ、そうなの。アミーさん。これ言ってくださいね。いや、これ知ってたらすごい。だって中学校か高校の時に死んだもん。なんか簡単なバカだし。
OK。25.5。
じゃん。任せて任せて。キャラメルマキアート。これ先に言っていいの？
そうですよね。
で。
The Grand Prix Gold Circuit made its third stop in Thailand when Bangkok hosted the Princess Sirivanavari Thailand Masters. The women's doubles began proceedings on finals day. China's Chen Qingchen and Jia Yifan were up against home favourites Putita Supajirikul and Sapsiri Teratanachai. This was the second time the pairs were up against each other, with the Thais emerging victorious in the previous encounter. It was tight in the opening exchanges, and the home duo managed to stay close to the Chinese top seeds. However, Chen and Jia turned up the tempo midway and surged ahead to take the first game. The world number 10 Thai pair showed more spirit in the second to take an early lead, but faltered towards the end. The Chinese duo regained control, and after 47 minutes of intense badminton, it was all over, with Chen and Jia claiming a 21-16, 21-15 win. Next in the order of play was women's singles, and the home crowd were excited to see another of their own contesting the crown. This time, Thailand's Busanan Ombangwonpan carrying the fans' hopes against Japan's Aya Ohori. The Thai shuttler was denied the SCG Thailand Open title by her opponent last year, and the 20-year-old was determined not to be upstaged again. The opening game was to be a tight battle with little to separate both players, but eventually it was Ombangwonpan who had that little extra to clinch the opener for a 1-0 lead. The following game began with a resurgent Ohori as the world number 20 built an 11-6 lead going into the break. However, Ombangwonpan was in a bullish mood and caught up after the restart, tying the game at 11-11. The Thai world number 12 pushed on from there to wrap up the game and match. Final score after 57 minutes, 21-18, 21-16 to Thailand's Busanan Ombangwonpan. In the men's doubles final, Chinese Taipei's Lu Qingyao and Yang Po Han took on Huang Kaixiang and Wang Yilu of China. Yao and Han were left disappointed in the previous Grand Prix Gold tournament when they finished runners-up. The Chinese Taipei duo were determined to go one step further this time round. However, after a closely fought encounter with the Chinese pair in the opener, Yao and Han were left trailing after losing the first game. Fans were equally entertained in the second, with both pairs exchanging blows and refusing to concede. Huang and Wang proved stubborn, but Yao and Han mustered enough to force the game into a decider. Chinese Taipei took charge early in the third, but were unable to hold on. That proved costly midway through the game as China fought their way back to take the lead, and with it, the match. The final score, 21-19, 21-23, 21-16. China and Thailand were in action once again in the mixed doubles final, when Zhang Nan and Lee In-hui took on Dechapol Pravaranakro and Sapsiri Teratanachai. The world number 12 Thai duo struggled to keep pace against the Chinese pair, who were 37 places below them. Zhang and Lee easily won the opener without much resistance. The Thais did improve in the second, but were made to work for every single point. After a fierce battle, Pravaranakro and Teratanachai levelled scores at 1 apiece to take the match to a decider. But the Thais were unable to carry their momentum in the third, and Zhang and Lee stormed past the crowd favourites to claim the victory. 21-11, 20-22, 21-13, the final result. It was Thailand versus Indonesia in the men's singles contest as Thai teenager Kantapon Wangchuan squared off against number 3 seed Tommy Sugiarto. The Indonesian, at 28 years of age, is a decade older than his Thai opponent, and as the first game wore on, his experience would prove useful. Although Wangchuan's play was full of youthful energy, it wasn't enough to stop Sugiarto from clinching the opener. The world number 20 didn't allow any kind of revival for Wangchuan in the second game, as he took full control right up to the championship point. A tough outing for the young Thai, but one that will surely place him in good stead as he continues his development. Sugiarto crowned champion after winning in straight games with the final score 21-17, 21-11. After the break, we're in India to learn more about Fireball Badminton Academy's efforts in nurturing young talent from Tamil Nadu. Get connected with us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and tell us what you think of the latest news. Or perhaps you just want to leave an encouraging post for your favorite player on Facebook. If you've got any comments or photos, share them with us on these social media platforms. Indian badminton stars like Saina Nehwal, Kidambi Srikanth, and Rio Olympic silver medalist Pusarla V. Sindhu are the products of badminton academies. With the reputed Pulela Gopichan Academy in Hyderabad and the Prakash Padukone Academy in Bangalore the major contributors to India's crop of international-level players, these two state capitals have become the talent centres of the sport in India. The recent success of Indian shuttlers on the global stage has taken the popularity of badminton to new heights in the country. To meet growing demand and tap into the nation's plentiful resource of over 1 billion people, other states have also established badminton academies to try and replicate the success experienced in Hyderabad and Bangalore. Badminton Unlimited took our cameras to Chennai, state capital of Tamil Nadu, to learn more about a club grooming talent in the southernmost part of the country. Founded in 2006, Fireball Badminton Academy started as a social sports club, but developed into an academy a few years ago with one key ambition in mind.
The vision would be to produce international class players, and no exceptions. But it's a big challenge in this part of the world. Our state perhaps is one of the weakest in terms of culture of producing international class players.
Although badminton is popular in Chennai, the sport is largely social and widely played as a form of exercise. In a city that is more well known for its academic excellence, the region has produced few national sportsmen. Participation in competitive sport often takes a backseat as budding athletes opt for higher education. Aravindan and his staff hope that their academy can change that mindset.
In this process, we also allow the parents to be here to watch what's happening to the child, because they really see, because one of the reasons why they bring the children is because they find the kids stuck to their rooms or to the gadgets. We tell them like the badminton has to become a way of life, and slowly we tell them like they need to start participating in the school competitions, school team and district team, the state teams.
Children as young as 6 years old enroll and training is taken seriously in Fireball Badminton Academy. Practice sessions start as early as 5:30 in the morning. Over here, the players are carefully nurtured. Their progress is closely monitored and their skills sharpened with a training structure tailored to their level of competency.
One thing that is very important, particularly at the grassroots level, even for players who have already been at some level and they come to us, the first thing that we look at is how to customize the training for them. That's actually very important. Every player is different. We have to understand what type he is. That's very important. You can't have the same kind of training for every student. So, for example, you see players when they move, we'll have to reorganize their footwork or understand their footwork by simply knowing whether they rely on their strength for the movement or power.
The efforts put into closely honing the skills of these young talents have paid off handsomely. The academy boasts several junior players the state of Tamil Nadu can be proud of.
If you have to single out a student, it should be Shankar Muthusamy of under 13 category. He is now under 15 from Jan. In the singles event, he is the first from Tamil Nadu to reach the highest level, to reach #1 rank. The other player who stood up in the last couple of years is Lakshmi Priyanka, who last year was the youngest ever women's singles champion in Tamil Nadu. She was at age 14, she won women's singles. She's also one of the top players in the country in under 17 level.
And the young champions credit Aravindan's tireless effort and personal attention as key to their success. And it's the reason why they've chosen to stay on with Fireball Badminton Academy.
One thing which has fascinated me most about my coach is his passion towards the game. His passion is enormous that he doesn't mind spending how much ever money it is for the sake of badminton.
As a coach, ரொம்ப help பண்ணிருக்காரு அவரு.
As a coach, he helps us a lot. He will watch carefully and tell me about the mistakes I've made. He is very observant and he doesn't just sit and coach. He will say, do this, play like that. He shows us the kind of strokes he wants us to play. He corrects our mistakes. Every session with him has been very useful.
ஒவ்வொரு செஷனும் பயங்கர யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும் அவர் வந்தா.
Fireball may not have the likes of former Indian legends Gopichand and Padukone at the helm of coaching, but in Aravindan, they have a chief not lacking in passion, dedication and vision. He recognizes what is required of the academy to take his young charges to the next level.
Obviously, we'll have to have a bigger team, specialist coaches, coaches who are good in psychology training, coaches who are very good and specialized in fitness. We'll have to hire top-class coaches, that is supporting staff. So this is the kind of environment we'll have to give for players for them to excel at. For us to compete, we'll have to step up in our infrastructure, step up in our staff and players.
The goal is to carry through a badminton star from Tamil Nadu in the future, and Fireball Badminton Academy could just have enough desire and ambition to make that happen. Before we go, let's take a quick look at how the international circuit is shaping up with the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week, we catch up with Sung Ji-hyun as the Korean singles ace talks to Badminton Unlimited about her recent adventures. See you next week.